Okay, everyone, today we're going to be going over tips to closing more deals for your janitorial company. As always, I'm Peter Boland, and I have done over $50 million in commercial cleaning contracts, and I'm just here to tell you what's working for us. So first thing you're going to notice is we are in a little bit of a different setup. I just wrote some things this morning, and I wanted to sit back and just get on camera right away. Let me know if you guys like it or not. Now, there are a million things that you can do to help shut down deals. These four I have found really move the needle. And because of that, I want to go over them with you guys. Some of these are mental, some of these are actual tactical things that you can do. But to me, the mental stuff is sometimes just as important as the actual tactical stuff you can do. So the first one we're going to talk about multiple prices. So I hear a lot in this industry, like a lot, that coaches are telling people that the price is the price. You never negotiate price. You give them the price, and that's that. Either they take it or they don't want it. And what I have found is something completely and utterly different. We want to have multiple prices, and we always do multiple prices. We have a standard, detailed, and premium price, depending on the services that they choose. But the reason why you want to have multiple prices, it allows you to move people around. So what you can do is you go in, you build up their checklist, you tell them where their price range is going to be. And if they have chosen services that have pushed them out of their budget for the year, you can actually go back and then renegotiate, maybe remove some things, move the price down lower for them. It doesn't just have this one type of end all be all, here's a price, either take it or you leave it. The other thing it allows you to do is it allows you to negotiate the services. I find a lot of the time when I've been coaching people is what they do is they go in and then they build out a checklist of what they think the building needs in order to stay clean. But in reality, it's not what the client needs or wants. So they go in, they build this extremely expansive cleaning checklist for them, thinking that they're going to go in and just make the place shine. It comes in at a 5-day-a-week contract, let's say $2,000, but the client really wanted to be $1,000 a month to $1,200 a month. And they didn't care about all the little extra things that you were doing every single week. They just wanted the bathrooms clean, the kitchen clean, the floors clean, and the garbage is changed. And that would completely change the price of the contract, especially if you're going in being like, we're washing the walls, we're doing the high dusting weekly, we're going to clean out the bins, we're going to do the fridge, we're going to stainless steel the sink and the outside of the fridge, we're going to bang off your mats and shampoo them. And if you're not listening to what the client wants and building your checklist to what the client wants, and you're building it to what you think the building needs, you're probably pricing yourself out. And it's okay to do that if you have multiple pricing options where you can then go, okay, hey, if we're too high here, why don't we remove some of these services? And then we can come in more at this price over here. And then when you negotiate the price after you've done the checklist, it allows the client to be like, absolutely, those are the exact services I want for that exact price. So you know that you're on the right path to giving them what they want at a price that they want, instead of just handing in a quote with a price there and then you leave and walk away and you never get to talk about it again. It's also very hard if you only deliver one price and that price is all they get. It locks you into that number, and moving it up or down becomes very difficult because they feel like you're being shady to try to win the contract. Having multiple prices allows you to move all the time. So the second thing we're going to go over is something that's more mental. And if you don't have sales staff yet, this won't apply to you. But if you have outdoor sales staff going and doing quoting, or you have people in the office, these are not appointment setters. I'm talking about people that are actually closing the deal here. Is what you want to do is you want to pay their commissions out for the deals that they close weekly. So we used to do our commissions monthly. So they work a full month, they hit a target, and then they'd be paid on the following 15th of the month. But what we found is that there was not a lot of urgency towards closing deals because they're like, well, I got the month to close it. I'll follow up with this guy next week. And they said they're going to move forward then. So I'm not going to overly push them. And then we kept trying to teach them these tactics to help increase urgency, shut the deal down. But they were a little resistant to it because they were worried that they were going to lose a deal. Okay. And that's something that we're going to get over into in another one of these, is how to kind of avoid that fear of loss in a deal. But what they started to do was just push it back. And our time to close a deal was like 26 days. So I wanted to create natural urgency within them. So what we did is set a target every single week for them to hit. And it's on this scale where they can earn up to 100% of 1 month of the contract. Now, what that did is it created a ton of urgency for them to get that deal shut down that week because they want to hit the commissions that week. Now, if they shut it down the following week, it would go towards that commission. That's totally fine. But it took our deals closing from 26 days down to 9 days. And it created natural urgency for our sales staff. So then they started using the tactics. They wanted to use them more. So that's number 2. And if you have sales staff, I highly recommend it. So number 3 is never lower price, augment the agreement. And what I mean by this is for a lot of companies out there that aren't doing a price range or having multiple pricings like we talked about in number 1, this means that when you deliver a price, you never lower it. You can't lower it because what happens unless you augment the agreement? So what happens is if you deliver a quote for $2,000 a month and the guy's like, oh, I really want to be around 1,700. And you're like, oh my God, I don't want to lose this contract. I'm going to make $1,000 a month on it. I'm willing to lose the $300 in order to get the contract. But if you just lower the number from 2,000 to 1,700, they're going to be like, what? So you were just overbilling me this whole time. And it's going to create a lot of like issues within you selling them. And it's going to break a lot of the trust. So what you do is you go, okay, hey, not a problem in any way at all. If you want to come closer to 1,700, what we can do is remove XYZ from your contract. Or what we can do is there's a million things you could do, but like you can go, well, instead of a 1-year agreement, we'll do a 2-year agreement locked in at 1,700. How does that sound? You can move pricing, you could switch days, you can ask for referrals. And if they give you referrals at close, you'll reduce the pricing on it. There's a lot of things that you can do to lower the price, but also get value back. So you never want to lower a price unless you augment the agreement so that they see that there's some type of value exchange going on. And I know a lot of people when they're doing quoting, I've been working with a lot of companies where people keep trying to negotiate the price on them and they don't know what to do. And they've been told in the past to just say the price is the price and that's it and walk away. But there's a million negotiating tactics that you can use, and price augmenting is value augmenting is the biggest one I've seen work that really moves the needle and helps you shut down deals because it also makes the client feel like you're trying to work with them instead of being stubborn. And when you work with a client on these things, it gives them a lot of trust that you're going to deliver on what you want because you care about giving him what he needs. And it's not just about you. You're working together on things. This will also really benefit you if there's any service complaints or issues, because they'll have this mentality where they're working with you the whole time instead of just you're the client, I'm the janitorial services, here's the price, take it or leave it. Because they'll have that mentality too when they go in towards when you start cleaning for them. Number 4 is having a strong pipeline. What I mean by that is you have a whole bunch of deals or leads that are coming in asking for quotes. So you don't feel like you need to depend on only a few leads to close in order to hit your target. So it's like this giant scarcity thing. And my salespeople go through it all the time. If they have a lot of deals in their pipeline that they're working on and closing, they don't feel as attached to them. And there's no fear of like, there's not this giant fear of, oh my God, what happens if I lose this? I'm not going to hit my targets. So they're a lot more looser and freer on the call because they know they have a lot of deals coming in order to hit targets. When you take that away and they only have a few deals to do, they start getting really scared to push because they don't want to lose somebody because they push too hard, right? So having a strong pipeline with a lot of leads coming in is a great way to break that fear and mental barrier. Now, if you're a smaller company and you only have a few leads, I know you've gone through this yourself before, where you're like, you get a lead that's like $3,000 a month. And like you've already mentally put it into your account. You're like, oh my God, that's going to increase our sales by $36,000 a year. And oh my God, I'm going to be able to get this and this when I get this contract. You start mentally putting the deal into your business and you almost already start like mentally spending the money. And that is a huge issue. So what happens is when you actually go to negotiate or close, you're so scared to lose it because you already think that you have it, that you don't want to push hard, ask the difficult questions, overcome objections, and do these things. So it's really important to, one, have a very strong pipeline so you don't get that fear and you can just sell them naturally, which is solving their problem, asking hard questions, and you're not scared to lose it or walk away from it if you need to. And then the second thing with having a strong pipeline is don't bank the deals until they're signed. So mentally, do not think that that deal that you're doing a quote on and hasn't closed yet and signed is going to close and move forward. I see so many small companies talk about, oh yeah, I just did this quote 2 weeks ago. They're probably going to move forward. And I did this quote and that quote. And then I'll ask them, I'm like, well, have you talked to them since then? What did they say? When are they moving forward? Like, what are their problems or issues? They're like, oh, I don't know. He just called. I went in, I walked around, I gave the quote, but he's probably going to move forward. And you're so far off of a deal. We don't allow anyone within our company to bank a deal until it's signed. Period. There is no, oh yeah, I'm going to get this deal. Oh yeah, it's going to close. Oh, they said this, because we've had it go sideways on us so many times where they take it to somebody else. They say no, something happens in their company and then they can't move forward. So we do not bank deals unless they are signed. We call them wish deals. We don't talk in the form of wish deals. We'll talk on how we're going to overcome the problems to get it closed, but we don't talk about having already a deal banked until it's signed. So do not bank deals or any type of lead until it's actually signed, and keep doing the work on it to get it to close until it's signed. Because when you already think it's going to happen, it's so easy for you to just stop working that deal because you think you already got it banked and you're already living in the future with what you're going to do with that money. And like, you're excited, but like, you're missing out on the most important part of all these deals, which is follow up, nurturing the deal, showing them that you're actually the company that they want to work with. And when you mentally bank the deal, you actually stop doing a lot of that stuff. Okay, I hope these 4 tips help you out. If you need help with your commercial cleaning company, I have a free 15-minute coaching link in the description below. Just book a time with me. I'll sit down, help you out, do whatever I can to get you to where you need to go. And if you want to work with me more on a one-on-one basis, just let me know and we can talk about that too. Okay. Thank you guys.